Welcome back to Careful Boys, everybody. We are off the record right now. I got a really important question that I think some unlucky few have had to deal with something like this, and hopefully they were able to get out of it unscathed. But my question is, when you're dating somebody who threatens to kill themselves if you leave, what do you do?
So this happened to a family member of mine, and I didn't know that this happened to them back in the day. And I was like, I wish I knew. Like, they didn't leave the marriage early on and all this stuff. And you know, obviously, you know, I wouldn't be told because at the time I was a child. So like, what adult is gonna tell a child this news, right? Yeah. But then now at my age, like, you know, when we were having this conversation, I find out all this stuff, and I was like, no wonder you fucking ran away, you know? And then it got me to go, you know what? You should have just told them to fucking let them do it, because it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, the guy threatened to kill himself.
Yeah. He was like threatening, like, if you leave me, I have no reason to live. I was like, you should have just been like, fuck it. That's not my responsibility. Just do it, you know, like not encourage it, because that could incriminate her, but just be like, oh, well, too bad. And I'm like, that might sound heartless, but really he's manipulating you, like keeping you hostage with himself.
That's true, yeah.
You know, he's got a gun to his head. He's like, I'll fucking do it if you don't stay with me.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I would do it in a bounce house. Because how do you kill yourself in one of those things?
It's impossible. It's like bouncing around. It's a bang, bang, bang.
You can thrash as much as you want. What are you gonna do?
No, dude, the bullet bounces around and then it hits you eventually.
Oh, didn't think of that?
Oh, I didn't think of a weapon.
I thought the bullet goes through and then it probably goes.
No, not in a bounce house.
Really?
Ice skating rink. How would you do it?
It's pretty hard.
With a Zamboni.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
If anyone threatens themselves to do that, though, it makes me want to run away from them.
Yeah. Even more, right?
Yeah, it makes me want to go, well, please do it, because you're scaring me and I'd rather have you die.
In all seriousness, though, like, I can imagine that situation. It's kind of like, objectively, absolutely. If somebody's been like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill myself if you bounce, objectively, fucking bounce. But then maybe it's not to say that that person who does bounce has the mental capacity to live with the result if that person commits it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like that guilt, that feeling like I was part of, it's not even like it's their fault, but they're part of it. You know what I mean?
But isn't it good to get like the family around, like to try to help? But that if it was like that bad,
you got to call a professional. You probably need to call someone to put that person under 5150.
You better fucking call the suicide hotline and then be like, here, your mom wants to talk to you. And then you're just like, haha, it's a suicide hotline, and you run away.
And then you bounce. And then you bounce. Yeah.
Because they'll just be like, hello? Oh, you're not my mom. Oh, well, yeah, I was about to.
And then
kill
that way
myself.
you're like, oh, it's not on me.
Yeah.
The suicide hotline was already talking to them. They fucked up.
it gives you a clear conscience and the last laugh.
Yep.
Boom.
Like Joe's little maniacal
You gotta
laugh.
put like 1 degree of separation between your fault barrier. You know what I mean?
And they were there as witness, so if they do off themselves on the suicide hotline, then I can be like, that wasn't me, fool.
You got a psychologist on standby.
Isn't that also the suggested like legal protocol of what you're supposed to do?
Probably.
Just like tell what he just said, like call it.
You should call the authorities.
Yeah, call the police or
And be
something
like,
and
look,
tell them.
this person threatened to kill themselves.
This is what you do. You go,
They're not safe.
I thought you were supposed to call the police and go, can you please bring the trampoline and put it outside the window? Because that's what they do.
Bounce house. We need a bounce house.
It's the fire department.
you go like this. You go, all right, check this out. All right, I'm not gonna leave. Chill out. I think we should get some pizza. Because pizza makes everybody happy, right? So you call 911 pizza and you say, hello, pizza, I need you to come here with a trampoline because somebody's trying to kill themselves, or else I'll leave them in an anchovy on that side. Please, yes, thank you.
It's for game night, of course. It's gonna be so fun.
So
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
You call the pizza, and then they come. The crisis guys come.
As usual, Joe. Incredible idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I would definitely seek some sort of personal help first and then professional help, because I think personally, maybe from my own mental like understanding, I need to like not make some sort of decision on something that affects another person. It's just saying they're gonna.
You ain't got
like,
time to
commit
see a psychologist, dude. This shit's happening right now.
I'm not saying a psychologist, but even like bouncing that off of a friend to make sure that I'm like not making an irrational decision, because it's such a complicated.
You would feel bad if you're part of it? Or part of?
Yeah.
But this ain't a fucking How to Be a Millionaire. You can't just phone a friend. They're about to kill themselves right now. You can't be like, can I use one of my phone a friend
But
cards?
can't you be like, all right, I'm not gonna leave you. I'm going home to sleep, but I'm not leaving you. Like, we gonna stay together. And then you're gonna be like, yo, I'll be like, hey, Ryan, dude, like, I'm in this situation, blah, blah, blah. And then I can talk through it.
I almost feel like I make my choices, you make your choices.
That's how it should be.
Is that
I think that's very
crazy?
Bart of you.
Oh, really? What does that mean? Is that bad?
No, I think in those situations that's great for you though. Like if you can live with the fact, like, let's say me and you are in a relationship, right? Obviously, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. You bounce, right? And if you have no emotional attachment, and then I end up killing myself, and you're like, it is what it is. Good for you, honestly, because like you shouldn't have had to deal with that.
Right.
But at the same time, I think regular people who have like empathy and shit for other people.
Yeah, like people who
and
like
they're
aren't
invested.
computers, like in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like you have to think about that, like for a second. If you can put yourself in those shoes.
I feel okay. I'm not as robotic as Bart, but I have a whole different mindset behind this whole
We know
process.
this.
Because like, all right, if this happened, right? First of all, I don't know if I can like well the thing is I could still love someone and then still allow them to do it because I'm thinking they're in so much fucking pain that they need to leave this earth anyway. Good for you. You relieved yourself of that, right? But then at the same time, it has nothing to do with me in the first place. I couldn't have prevented it anyway. They were gonna off themselves left or right, whatever.
They're verbally telling you it has everything to do.
But then to me, that's like you're putting me as hostage when it was never about me leaving. That's just in your own head. So then whether I left or not, they were gonna fucking off themselves anyway in some other example.
Yeah, because it's
But-
projection at the end of the day, so it's really has, even though it has everything literally to do with Joe, it has nothing to do with Joe.
I mean, you're both absolutely right. I just think that you're also like you're very strong. You're both very
But
strong.
I also
people.
feel like while I'm crying there at the funeral, I know there was nothing I could have done, but at the same time I'm thinking this might be controversial, but now she's in a better place because she was in so much pain that she had to do this.
Or Joe gets up on the funeral and he's like, I know everyone thinks I didn't do much, but believe it or not, I threw a pizza party.
Anchovies on the pizza. Did you guys hear about that famous case? They did like a documentary on HBO. You saw that one, right?
With the girl who was telling her dude to kill himself.
Yeah, like they were together.
See, that's
Yeah.
different because she's been fucking chipping away,
Coercing.
telling him to go kill yourself, go kill you.
That's totally
grooming
different.
and
That's
shit,
totally different.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what's the sad part though? Like this type of ultimatum, I remember it being really common in high school.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Break up, like the just craziest ultimatums. And like it's just like,
Hell yeah,
how the
dude.
fuck do you handle that kind of shit when you're like 15 or 16?
Dude, I had a chick tell me she would do that if I broke up with her, and when I did, and so I did it the day before Christmas. I was like, she'll never fucking be able to do it. So much family in town, she'll never be able to do it.
And then she didn't do it, right?
Couldn't do it.
How can you when you have fucking Thanksgiving turkey?
Get your grandma making fucking tamales in the.
And then she's like, I want to know what I got for Christmas.
What are you gonna do?
Just take a bite of that stuffing. It'll make all those problems go away.
Exactly.
I wanted to blow my fucking brains out after a breakup in front of the front door of the girl I was dating. Yeah. This was like ninth grade. Ninth grade. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking knock on her door and be like, oh, you don't miss me now? Boom. I want to fucking do that shit. Because you're in ninth grade. You're in ninth grade.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not the first guy that thought of that. And then the women out there that fucking do that too. They're not the first people to do that. I
Dude,
think
Joe
it's
goes
just
to your house and he's like, tears in his eyes, and he's like, because I love you so much, I got you this wire brush. He's like, now you can scrape me up.
Oh, that's next level. I didn't even think about that.
Here's this dustpan.
Dude, cut to her the next morning, like,
Because when you
You know what it is? You gotta be
say
like-
wire brush,
your dad's like, you stupid fucking bitch, I told you not to date for another 3 years.
when you said
know
wire
what it
brush,
is?
all I can think about is what's a wire brush, and then boom.
Yeah.
And that's like
Here's some steel wool.
You're gonna need it.
You'll be like, you're gonna need this. You're gonna be a lot of this. Why? Boom!
God.
Jesus Christ.
Cut to their next day trying to use those, but they get torn up by the concrete. It's like, ah, fuck. Whatever.
So that never happened to any of you guys where the person you were dating said,
Please tell us your story.
No, please, Ryan, please don't.
Oh my god.
I
here
thought
we
for
go.
sure at least you would have had like something.
I'm very thankful like none of these scenarios have happened.
Literally just sweating now.
I just leave people, regardless of what they say, so I don't remember.
What if they still do it? What if they still do it? Is like the thing.
Okay, Ryan, what happened off the 5 freeway?
Ryan, can you promise you'll never tell a story about me in your whole life?
Today's video is brought to you by Faraday. Summer's right around the corner. Winter, not really had it. Spring, still kind of summer. When you're living in a place like Southern California, it just feels like all seasons are just different shades of summer.
And that's why I like Faraday Clothes, because they make timeless pieces. So you can get one set of clothes and you can wear it anytime, anywhere. Feels good. You don't really gotta think about it because it all is gonna look good together.
I just want some good quality, basic kind of like clothes that don't stand out too much but don't really get out of style. And Faraday to me is like the perfect one. Luckily, Faraday makes this way easier. They make the perfect clothes for all seasons, baby.
Faraday is a family-run brand making high-quality, timeless clothing with modern design and functionality.
That's true. It's that effortless style that you want every time you go in the closet digging out for what kind of outfit you're gonna wear today. That set, that shirt, that dress, that feels like you had them for years. Maybe it's in a gorgeous print and it looks like it might be vintage, but it fits so well that it feels like it was made just yesterday, just for you. Well, that's Faraday, baby.
And Faraday's so confident in the quality of their stuff, they have a lifetime guarantee of quality. They'll fix or replace your clothes forever, no matter what. Talking about making it easier to get dressed.
Right now, Faraday's giving all Off the Record listeners 20% off.
20% off! Head to FaradayBrand.com/offtherecord and use the code offtherecord at checkout to snag 20% off all your new spring staples. That's code offtherecord at Faraday, FAHERTY brand.com/offtherecord for 20% off. FaradayBrand.com/offtherecord.
Hey man, I think our friendship is now expired.
Right,
It's
you-
just a matter of time till one of us start dying around you,
Just
dude.
never let us be a story in your life.
Don't speak this into
I
this.
do not
this
want to be
shit.
one more of your story.
You guys all keep jinxing it, bro. This is
You
terrible.
have one memory of me, not one.
What oh my god. I thought someone would have had something like that.
And that's all the time we have left, folks.
Do you have a story like that?
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm down for this story.
But she tried and she's like paralyzed now. God damn it! Don't.
No,
start
she's not
there.
paralyzed. She recovered, but it was
Oh
She
shit.
recovered.
yeah, it was senior year. It was my girlfriend at the time I was having a really big fight with her, and she was also having a big fight with her dad.
Oh.
At the same time, she couldn't take it anymore. She said she was gonna kill herself.
Only if you leave. She's gonna kill
I
herself.
took that exact stance. I said,
Peace, bitch.
all right, go ahead then. What can I do about it?
Wait, she's gonna kill herself regardless, or she's gonna kill herself if you leave?
Yeah, if I leave. Because I didn't want to deal with she was just we had our own problems. She had her problem with the dad, which was making our problems even harder. So I was like, dude, this is so fucking difficult. Like, I don't even want to be part of this war anymore. So I said, all right, I'm out. And then she said, if you leave, I'm going to kill myself straight up.
Oh my god.
I did what Joji exactly said. And I was
You ordered
like,
pizza.
I got myself Little Caesars $5 cheese.
It's really cheap, by the way. That's a cheap alternative.
With the crazy bread?
Yeah.
The crazy bread, dude.
I literally, and I was authentically not bothered. I was like, fine, because I had it in my head already preconceived that if someone were to do that, I would just be cold and like, whatever, fuck it. So that's what I said. And then she calls me back like a few minutes later, and she goes, this is it. Like, I just downed an entire bottle of Tylenol.
Oh my god.
And she's like, that's it. She's like, good job, you did this.
Ooh.
See, that's so fucked
I
up.
get in my car,
She made
I
it
drive
on-
all the way there. She lived in West Covina, like really close to Shadow Oak Park. I drive all the way there from Downey,
That's a drive.
and she's literally laying in the couch, super white.
Why don't you call the cops?
I did call the cops. I met him there. The fire department comes over there. They had to, they
Like
put her on
induced
the-
vomiting or something?
Yeah, exactly. I went with them to the hospital where they had to like force feed her like tar. It's like thick black tar.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
To pump her stomach out.
Whoa.
And so like I'm with her like this, and it's like my fucking whole coldness that I thought I had. You don't fucking have that when you're in this position. I'm gonna tell you right now.
way.
You can be the coolest motherfucker, and once they actually do it in front of you, and they're basically dying, you don't have it.
Well, then that would mean you're a sociopath. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, because it's real now.
So she
like,
vomits up crazy bread.
Meat lovers pizza.
yeah, so she's just they're pumping it out. She has to forcibly sip it over and over. It's like a tube. It has to go in, and then she has to go bleh, it makes it go in again. She goes, blah, and she's just throwing up all black. It's all like black.
Ryan, when I didn't mean really call the pizza. I meant call the police.
Call the authorities.
That's the code.
We both didn't know that.
When you call Domino's, the police come right after the Noid, so it's kind of a 2-for-1.
Don't get her breadsticks.
So when she called you and told you that, you immediately called the cops and
What I did was I still kind of retained that attitude of like, you fucking idiot, like, but I called the cops. I drove there the same time that like the cops are going, and then we got there around the same time.
well, you almost saved her fucking life. You did save her life.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a little cancels out.
But at the same time, though, it's like,
But you didn't encourage her.
no, I didn't.
How dare she go, this is your fault?
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, like-
It's so dramatic.
Well,
but
She was that kind of girl.
Because she put it on you.
But that's your age too, because you said you jumped in front of a chick's car and you're like, please don't leave.
But I still had my limit. Like I never wanted to kill myself. I thought that was like even for how
It's an important
telenovela
moment.
I was. I thought that was. dramatic.
but you took it seriously though. You were like, yo, this is.
I took it
fucking
seriously
crazy.
from like you fucking idiot. I thought it was so cool. Like fucking yeah, she's killing herself. See you there. Like just real fucking cool. Because I had that a predetermined thing, but it didn't hit me until I was helping her get the fucking shit out of her stomach. And then I was like, holy fuck, like you would be dead. But at the same time, it didn't make me want to be with her again.
Yeah.
Of course.
It never works.
It made me 100% like, it's fucking done, dude. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
But also the human side of you comes out when you really see someone on the brink of fucking death.
Of course, of course.
So what happened afterwards?
She still wanted to be with me, but it made it difficult because
Your dick must be awesome, man. All of these, like, wow.
And the rest of the package.
it's
You know, the rest of you.
$19 million, bro.
The rest of you.
it's
Back then he's worth 8.
I don't know if like you guys know this, but if someone tries to kill themselves like that, like fully does it, by law they have to stay in a mental hospital for a little bit. Like she had to take.
That's like 5150. Isn't that what that is? Because you're like you're harming yourself, so you need to be, you know.
So we were in the middle of school still, like it was still a school year going on, I think. And she
Like high
missed
school?
like 2 weeks, high school. She missed like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. She had to stay at a mental institution to make sure she was okay to like go. During that time, like that's when I really took the time of like, hey, like it's not gonna happen. And I think by the time you get out, hopefully we'll both understand that.
Yeah.
And then by the time she got out, she was still like, hey, like, I'm so sorry, like, I want to make it work. She would come to, like years later, I would be doing, like, a dance show at my college, and I would fucking see her front row.
Oh,
So she's a stalker too.
Did you tell her?
She stalked once. She tried to come to a show one time, and she tried to talk to me after, but I jetted. I was like...
That's the thing, like, most people, when they say they'll kill themselves if you leave, a lot of them are bluffing, right? And then the people that are bluffing, it's like, where do you think we're gonna go from this? Like, oh yeah, I'll be with you, right? And then the people that actually carry it out, it's the expectation will still never go back. Like once you get to that part of the road, there's no U-turn.
Yeah, what are they thinking? Like, you're like, you know what? You just showed me that you love me so much.
Dude, it's dramatic as fuck like that.
That's what I was waiting for the whole time.
I think so.
That, you know, I know that you really love me, so okay, I'm gonna stick with this one.
Proved it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
some
it's-
stupid
Did you ever tell her, you're like, yo, straight up, you're too old for kisses?
She must have been fine as fuck. When I wanted to blast myself in front of my ex-girlfriend, I didn't want her back. I just wanted her to feel the pain that I did.
Right.
So it wasn't even like, oh, don't leave me.
I think that's what she wanted for me ultimately, but I think getting through the experience of trying to kill yourself, having to do therapy, do mental institution, I think she came out with like, holy fuck, like you were on my side in a way, so she wanted not to lose me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because like, you know, when you go
You're a
through
good
something
guy.
that traumatic and I was there with her and I fucking, you know, was watching her stuff.
You saved her life.
What did her parents say? Did they go to the hospital or?
They didn't. They weren't even home. They were both working at the time. They did later. They went for the mental stuff. They were there, but they fucking hated me before that anyway. But the reason why, like,
So they blamed you in a lot of ways, huh?
Yeah, they blamed me a ton, but
They should blame themselves for being shitty parents.
they were shit parents too. Her dad beat the shit out of her, and she would just like be like fucked up the way like a guy would be after a fight. She would look like that.
Oh my god. So she had so much fucking going on.
Oh, she had a lot of shit going on.
Jesus Christ, so much trauma.
Yeah, it was awful. So there was like, I mean, it was just a severed. And they came to the, oddly enough, they came to that dance recital too. Like it was, her parents were both there too. So I guess they
With her?
repaired- Yeah, they were with her. So I guess they repaired some kind of like family dynamic or whatever, and she really wanted to show that. But I was just like, dude, that chapter.
Was she there to say something else rather other than just like, can we get back together?
I think she was there to kind of, like, it was years later. So I think she's there to show that like there's a new stability.
You lived a dramatic life, homie.
Yeah, you're fucking the.
I get
Dos
anxiety
Equis fan.
hearing your shit.
Dude, this guy.
She did not die. She's fine. She's married with 2 kids now.
That's good.
Yeah, she's good for her.
That's a whole new tier of Ryan stories. The ones that didn't die but are still fucking fucked up.
Hey, the ones that got away, but they're away from him, and so they're still alive. It's pretty crazy.
The ones that stick around at Ryan are dead.
Ryan, this is why you're such an awesome human now, because you went through some fucked up shit, man.
I don't know why. I feel like it's just like I kind of was inviting that, I think, a little bit because I wanted to experience so much shit. Being sheltered for so long in a Christian household, nothing is, you know, like there's no bad publicity. It's almost like the same thing. There's no bad experiences. They're all like really, as long as your senses get heightened, you're a little bit like, that was cool.
Like you want the wild ride.
That's true. There's a lot of people we know in our religion that are wild. Like fucking George. Pink Dick George from Tiger Belly. I was so
Pink
shocked.
Dick George?
George?
He has a wild life like that too. He got some crazy stories.
George was in a, he's in the whole thing.
He was. You would never picture square ass George.
Yeah, because he seems so stable. He
Is he
seems so.
square ass or is he pink dick? I don't know which George we're talking about now.
He's both. He got a pink dick.
When your
we know a
lifestyle,
lot of-
yeah, it's your family protects you from having a lifestyle with a volatile graph, right? They just want everything to be very safe and sound, and like, what a goddamn blessing. But once you get a chance to taste something that's just either high or low from that, it's like you just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Welcome to another fucked up story of mine.